Good morning, everybody. You're watching The Morning Show. Gary Direnfeld joins us now. He's a relationship expert and social worker talking to us about this issue of boomerang kids. These are adult children coming right back home, sometimes rent-free.
So comfortable.
It is. Hey, you know what? If you've got mom cooking you food and it's rent-free, what's
and the
better
nest
than
gets
that?
a little cramped after a while, does it not?
I don't want to spread my wings too far too soon. So do we throw you out of the nest?
Right.
So TD Canada Trust, they did a poll, and they're trying to figure out how our boomers are doing and how our boomerang kids are doing. And what they found was we have a disproportionate number of boomerang kids still dependent, financially dependent on their parents. And let's look at the economy. The economy is tanked. Youth unemployment is really high. So where do these young adults go to live? Back home. So you know what? I'm looking forward to retiring one day. Personally, I've got maybe 10, 15 years of earning potential ahead of me. Yet I am sabotaging or putting my retirement at risk now caring for my adult children.
So okay, let me and let me play
Raise your hand,
the child and say, but Dad, you know, you have the extra room anyway in your basement.
Right.
What's it costing you to have me live with you?
What's it costing?
Dad.
Come on.
I'm heartless. I'm heartless. So as I am heartless and I'm enabling your return, I may be undermining your impetus to get out on your own, to be financially independent. Okay. So it's great to provide that handout or hand up, leg up when you can. No one's arguing that. The issue is, are we doing it in such a way that undermines the boomers' financial stability come retirement?
And eventually,
so there's got to be some balance.
And eventually, your children's independence. I mean, they can't stay there forever.
Why not?
So, well, according to them.
Yeah.
Ironically, a lot of parents don't mind when their kids come back, and
you know. So this is a mixed blessing for some. Right? So the message we want to give to the boomers and the boomerangs is make sure the boomerangs have some financial acumen. Okay? So rather than just giving them money, let's give them skills. Do you really know how to manage your own budget? Do you have a budget? Do you even know what a budget means? Okay? We have boomers, 20% are paying off their young adults' credit card debt.
Right.
Okay? So while on the one hand that's very kind and nice, on the other hand I may be putting my retirement at risk, and is my young adult learning how to manage money at the same time? Okay? So rather than necessarily paying off the debt, maybe I can walk you into your TD bank, talk to the branch manager. Let's learn how to use these financial tools, because the degree to which you learn how to use these tools, you will be more independent, you will be more successful.
Okay, but Gary, so I have an 18-year-old, so let's take a, you know, here we are right now. She's not, I don't think she's going to be a boomerang kid. She better not be. But what can you do now? What can you do now? Because, you know, you have to kind of admit it's partially the parents' fault that the kid is coming back. So what do you do to teach your kid that independence?
First of all, it's not always a parent's fault. Again, let's go back to the economy, and it's reasonable to give a helping hand.
A little bit of help.
Okay. But what do we want to do with our kids? And not just at 18, let's go back to 5. Okay, and that 5-year-old says, I want the candy when we're going through the checkout counter.
Right.
So we have to learn to say no. Right. So that's called establishing a boundary. Now that 5-year-old come 8-year-old says, I want one of those game systems. Say, well, wait a minute. The game system's very expensive. So how are you going to contribute to that? And, you know, we're not sending them out into the labor force. But they're going to have some chores. Right? So that they realize that they have to have some skin in the game in order to get what they want.
It's a long-term plan.
It's a long-term plan. Then come adolescence, let's talk about that part-time job so that you're contributing to your own needs and wants. So again, some skin in the game, you realize what it takes to make the purchases that make you happy.
But Gary, how tough do you have to be? Because I think that's great advice, and it'll work, I think, for the most part. But any kid right now watching who maybe didn't grow up with a safety net, that you know you can't come back home. So you can't fake instability if you are the kind of parents where there is a house and an extra room, and you know that your parents have some money and they can probably support you. A kid can sense that, you know what?
Oh, there's blood in the water.
They can sense
Let's go for it.
No, it doesn't matter what you say. It's in the back of their mind with every decision they make. They know that someone's going to catch me.
Right. So, you know, we want to talk to parents in those circumstances. Don't enable inappropriate behavior on behalf of your kids. Again, you have to learn to set boundaries. There will be pushback in some families. You know, hey, you've got the room, the space is there, the house is luxurious, you know, your mortgage is paid for. And so, okay, you're going to come home, but let's talk about the expectations. Let's set some ground rules between us for the use of the facility. How are you going to contribute? And, you know, sometimes it isn't financial, but we have to recognize we're in a relationship, right? We're living communally now as adults. Let's have some common courtesies.
There's a solution. Get rid of all their stuff and set up an air mattress in what was their bedroom and say, enjoy.
I have a better
for the next
idea.
8 years.
Yeah.
Sell your house, downsize to a one-bedroom plus den.
I told our son, who's now
Nobody will be
29 and
coming
living
home.
independently, we're moving away and not giving you a forwarding address. Okay? Now, you don't need to be as harsh as I am, but you know, bottom line, let's teach our young adults that financial acumen. If they don't, you know, have it now, or if you want them to have it in 5, 10, 20 years' time, let's start when they are youngins. If we've missed that boat, get them into their branch, their local bank branch, talk to the manager, learn some financial skills.
All right. Thank you so much. Gary Direnfeld, family relationship expert and social worker. Such a great conversation.
Fabulous to be with you
Parents
folks.
watching, take note. We're going to take a quick break, everybody. You're watching The Morning Show.
For your love.